this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
No.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. This is Kotobukijake, and we're here to show you what we got.
Aha!
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
This time, actually here.
Yes.
Yep. We've been kind of moving around. I guess we're going back to where I was in the single formula there, but we got our Maiden Abyss up there in the corner, which looks good.
Yes, it does. I want that set.
It's a nice set. It is. But
I forgot you got that.
Yep, we got some pretty cool stuff upcoming.
Yeah.
And Jake's going to start us off this time.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that earth-shattering today, but, got some fun stuff. So first up, we got a movie that is one of the more recent, I believe, one of the more recent DC animated features. And for the life of me, I really can't recall exactly when I got this. I want to say Black Friday, but it was probably from Best Buy, but I don't really remember. But that is Justice League Throne of Atlantis Commemorative Edition, which looks fun. Most of these are pretty solid films, and I definitely look forward to eventually giving this one a go.
Awesome stuff. So I'm going to be starting with some video game pickups, as I have been as of late. I've been trying to pick just 2 at a time. We're actually ending our PlayStation 4 pickups, and we're going to be moving into our Xbox pickups this time. One that really got shuffled to the back of the list just because of the name, which is Yakuza Like a Dragon. I have pretty much every single Yakuza game in special edition release for the PlayStation 4, and I have not opened a single one of them. And why? Because they're long-ass games, and I don't get much time for games. But and now that they're all on Game Pass, there's always the possibility I'll just download them on Game Pass, beat them on that, and then just leave these sealed for one-day collector's items. But this is actually, it changes up the series a bit with Yakuza. It goes into almost a Dragon Quest style role-playing system. It's turn-based combat, which is pretty cool. This also went on sale over the holiday. I'm actually quite impressed with this one. It looks fun. A lot of people tell me that if you like RPGs, you'll like this one. I've been told a lot of cool things about the series. I do want to see it. I do want to play the series. So I do look forward to it, eventually.
Okay, something that I'm not entirely sure how much I look forward to, but I have been assured by the people in our movie group that I should look forward to it, damn it. We've had a lot of discussion, primarily I think between Dan and Mo, but a lot of discussion of the works of Craig Zahler, and specifically one film I ended up finding at Walmart for, I think it was $5, it might have been $6. And it's one that was kind of sort of on my radar anyway, but after hearing them rave about it, I'm like, I should get it. But on the other hand, I know that I'm kind of dreading actually watching this. Is a Kurt Russell film called Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, yeah.
Which you've also got Patrick Wilson, Matthew Fox, Richard Jenkins. And some various other folks as well. Sid Haig's in there, David Arquette, Fred Melamed. I mean, that's a pretty good, S. Craig Zoller. There we go. That's a pretty good cast. I mean, I'm definitely impressed by the cast. From what I've heard, it should be a good movie. I understand it is supposed to also be kind of a brutal movie, and
Yeah.
we'll see. But it does fit into my, I don't know why, but movies like this, I don't know why, but I find amusement in getting them from Walmart. I don't know why. So, maybe it'll be worth it. But I have it at least.
So, I pull up a sale item for Xbox for once. And this is one that I think you might like because it's very nature documentary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that is Man Eater. It actually plays it around like a documentary. And it's a shark RPG where you play the shark.
Nice.
And you hunt the shark hunter, and you get these shark mutations, and you eat your way up, you evolve, and eventually you take out the shark hunter. And I haven't played, well, obviously I haven't played it yet, you can see, but it looks fabulous. I heard it's not a long game. It just might be fun just to go around and just start eating people just indiscriminately. It just sounds...
That sounds great, but you know what that put me... Oh, man. I'm a twisted person. Okay. You know what that made me think? Wouldn't it be great if that was the actual premise of that goat simulator that, you know...
That's the natural evolution of it.
Exactly.
Right, Fubi?
Black goats. Yeah, there we go.
He's like cat simulator.
Hey, Foo, how you doing? He's like, I'm just...
He's grinding the film wing to a halt. That's what he's doing.
Yes.
Bye-bye, cat.
Okay. Yes, he very much is. Foo, yeah, there we go. I think... No. Because cats.
Don't stop the filming now, cat.
Okay, so anyway, next up we have a film that's a French film. That is actually a very strange French film. I found this once and I watched it and I was intrigued by it. And I like to collect me some foreign films every now and then. This is a very rare one in the wild, and I actually ordered it, I think, on eBay. And it came from Goodwill, but it's a brand new, unopened copy.
Yeah.
So I love when that happens. And that is a film, I'm not even going to pretend to remember what the French title actually is. I think it's, you know the word for 17, right?
17?
So 17 filles, I think is what it is. It's called 17 Girls. And it's basically about this small community with a bunch of girls that end up getting knocked up at the same time. But it's a French film, so you know it's artsy. I don't know, it fascinated me, and I'm like, okay, and it was so rare. I like rare stuff. It's a strand releasing, strand releasing stuff's always rare in the wild, so yeah, it's good times. Collector's item.
So this next one, as a matter of fact, I'm splitting up some stuff. I got some used stuff watched over the past time, so I've added a few things. I still need to add 3 of these titles to my collection officially, though I have created room for them. One of them, though, I have already added, is the Eisenberg film. I got this from Dane. 30 minutes or less. So, let's talk about this particular film. It is...
Interesting pictures.
You got Eisenberg and I want to say Aziz Ansari, as they end up... he's a pizza delivery person,
right?
And he gets picked by these 2 people, Danny McBride and Nick Swardston. Essentially, they want to get enough money so that they can assassinate his father, who has like $1 million in lotto tickets or something. And so they decide that they're going to take a pizza boy, strap a bomb to him, and have them rob the bank in order to get the money to hire the assassin.
Okay.
It's a very odd film.
Director of Zombieland, huh?
But it's a fun enough film. I
Nice.
enjoyed it enough. I was reasonably pleased for what I paid for it. It was worth that.
Right.
And not the best movie in the world, but still a fun movie and an enjoyable romp.
That sounds fun.
It
Definitely.
really was fun.
And you know what? Strangely enough, I have some films from Dane.
Ah,
And this one is another. This is one I'd never even heard of until he put it up for offer. And I was like, well, I like that cast. And that's a movie called God's Pocket, which has Philip Seymour Hoffman, Richard Jenkins, Christina Hendricks, and John Turturro. I mean, that's a hell of a cast right there. You've also got Eddie Marsan in there, Caleb Landry Jones, Joyce Van Patten, what have you, John Slattery directing. One of Philip Seymour Hoffman's final roles. His stepson is killed in a construction accident, and he quickly tries to bury the bad news along with the body, etc., etc. It obviously the truth doesn't stay buried long. It's one of those kind of things. I know very little about this, but again, with that cast, it's worth a look, and could be quite good. Who knows?
you know, speaking of good casts, I got another one of these collections a little while back for wasn't DreamWorks. It was one of the other ones that had Despicable Me behind it. Do you know who was it that did Despicable Me? What was it?
That is
It's not Blue Sky.
It's not Blue Sky. That's Sony, isn't it? No, Illumination. There you go.
Illumination. Yeah. Illumination.
Yes. See, that's why I had to remember the Minions thing.
So they did another one of those for Focus Features,
Nice.
which is a nice space saver.
Yeah.
So this is a Focus Features 10 film. There we go.
Yeah.
10 film spotlight collection. And it has 10 really good films on it.
Yeah, that's a good set.
All of them are the same as their standalone Blu-ray releases, so it has all the special features and so on. On this collection, we have Lost in Translation, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Pride and Prejudice, 2005 version, Brokeback Mountain, Atonement, Burn After Reading, Moonrise Kingdom, The Theory of Everything, Basis of Sex, and Harriet. I was very happy to rewatch most of those, except for maybe Atonement and Burn After Reading, because those are really hard to rewatch. But the rest were rather fun to rewatch again. And it was good seeing Brokeback Mountain the second time. I upgraded a number of these from DVD to Blu-ray.
Yeah, I have most of those on DVD.
And I did not have the basis of sex or Pride and Prejudice, that version, on any of that. So that kind of gave me two films. I paid, I want to say I paid less than $30 for this.
Nice.
Which is not bad considering what's going for now. And all those films, you talk about space saver.
Yeah.
That
would save a shitload of space for me since I have most of them on DVD.
Oh yeah, that'd be out to here.
I have the Theory of Everything on Blu-ray.
Yes.
I do not yet have On the Basis of Sex or Harriet, and I think I have all the others on DVD.
You probably have Moonrise Kingdom on Criterion, is it?
No, well, I don't yet, but I intend to.
Yeah.
So that one will not be an entire space saver, but whatever. Now, one I intended to get as a space saver, and I think luckily it did end up having the same, I think it has better bonus features than before, but Dane put up one that I already had on DVD, and I went ahead and upgraded to Blu-ray to save space. And that was an Oscar-nominated film that came out a few years back called Frost Nixon.
Yep.
Which was a Ron Howard film. Co-stars Kevin Bacon, Rebecca Hall, Toby Jones, Matthew McFadden, Oliver Platt, Sam Rockwell, and of course the two leads, Frank Langella and Michael Sheen. And basically it revolves around David Frost, who's played by Sheen, and Richard Nixon, played by Frank Langella, and a series of interviews that the two of them did. That's really the gist of it. It's not a plot-heavy film.
Yep.
But it was very well acted. It was well made. It was a good movie. I quite enjoyed it, actually, when I watched it. And I'm glad to slim it down a little and save some space.
Very cool. Now,
Yep.
I'm bringing out these three because they kind of go together. Matter of fact, I got through these today. And these are from Dave. Matter of fact, Dave and I had talked about this series because I really liked the first film, and I wanted to get the trilogy. And he had a couple extra things, so he said, you know what, for your birthday, I'll send it to you. And then I sent it, and eventually it did get to me with a bunch of other things. Matter of fact, I showed another thing from that. I think that big box set. But this is the basket case trilogy. So we've got the first basket case. Tenant in room 7 is very small, very twisted, and very mad. So you've got that. It's got a pretty good number of special features on it. And you got the Synapse releases of Basket Case 2 and Basket Case 3. So, it's kind of weird that 2 and 3 have a feel kind of like a Nightbreed or a Full Moon entertainment set for them, whereas the first one is kind of more of a straight-on horror film. Essentially, have you seen Basket Case? Okay. Basket Case is about this guy. He comes to New York, he's carrying this basket. Nobody knows what's in the basket. He checks into the room, but what he's carrying in the basket is his... he is a Siamese twin when he was born. So his brother was cut off of him, but the brother survived. And so they're going off on a quest for revenge against the doctors that did that because it was against their will. They didn't want to be separated. But there's a little bit more complexity to it. I think out of the three, this is the essential. These two are just kind of fun because they find themselves in a community of freaks, essentially. With the second one, they're just introduced to it, and then the third one, apparently, Belial, who is the one in the basket, becomes a father, and fathers these things with another version of that. The second movie was really fun, though I think that it could have ended better than it did. But still, having 2 Synapse Films releases, that's pretty good because those are pretty rare. And though there are better versions of these released, these are fine for what I got. And I did like them. They are fun movies. So, thanks, Dave. These are awesome.
All right. Next up is another upgrade. This is one that I had on DVD. This is another Oscar bait film that got a fair bit of love. Not a particularly easy or enjoyable film to watch.
Okay.
It's a Sam Mendes film, and it's probably the one that I enjoyed the least on first viewing, but an excellent film. Sort of a dark nightmare version of the well that he visited first with American Beauty, which is Revolutionary Road. Got Kate Winslet and Leo DiCaprio, the other movie that they did. Not quite the same feel to it that Titanic had. Michael Shannon, I believe it was an Oscar-nominated role for Michael Shannon. Catherine Hahn, David Harbour, Kathy Bates. Like I said, Sam Mendes film. This is basically it's a suburban dystopian kind of film, dysfunction, I guess I should say, suburban dysfunction. Like I said, not enjoyable in the usual sense. More, this is like Atonement in the type of film that but I enjoyed Atonement more. But it's a good film, and it's a must-have, and I'm glad it doesn't take as much space now as it used to.
Well, my next one is a Dollar Tree pickup.
Nice.
I don't know why, but I recognize the name. I don't know where from. But that is the film Blue Iguana. With Sam Rockwell, Ben Schwartz, and Phoebe Fox. Now, I don't know much about this, but I know I've heard the name. And besides, it says mullets, bullets, and one gem of a heist. That sounds like it would be fun. The cover is fun.
But the cover right away lets you know it's false advertising because Sam Rockwell's not sporting a mullet there.
That is true. Maybe the mullets come after. Maybe they all grow mullets at the end of it. But I am curious. It's worth $1 to pick up and try it out. It may be good, may not be good, but $1, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun one, actually. So, next up, okay, that's a pretty good example of a meh. But, like, probably slightly better. This is a really good example of a meh. Dane likes to throw in freebies, which is cool. I appreciate it, Dane. I like that. Sometimes wonder how he chooses them. But in one of the orders I placed, I think it was the one I got most of this stuff that I'm presenting today, he threw in a random one. But this is one that's a definition of a meh because I would not go out of my way to get this. I'm not even sure I would get it at the Dollar Tree, but I'm not going to give it away either now that I have it because I feel like it's worth having, and I might have gone for $1. I do enjoy a good concert doc. I believe that's what this is supposed to be. And that is the film Katy Perry, Part of Me. Which, plus Katy Perry is talented and very, very cute. So, whatever. I really don't know if this is going to be all that worth having or not, but what the hell?
He must have multiple copies of
I
that
think he does.
because I got a copy of that too, but I haven't tested it out yet, so I'm not on there yet. So this one is a part of the movie group as well, but it's one I purchased because we're doing these like kind of personal ones.
Right.
And for Dave's birthday, he had 2 selections, and I finally got the second selection in, which is Franklin, A Symphony of Pain. I don't know whether this is going to be good or not, but he likes it. And, there are no rules for the birthday one. It's you pick whatever you want.
Right.
So
do what you want.
Who knows? I mean, that thing on the back might make it fun for Jake to watch.
Now, I did enjoy Dave's first picks for the Meet the Cast. Those were some good ones.
So we'll see how it goes. I mean, these other ones are kind of a trauma and whatever this is. But I've got it. It's a limited edition, whatever that means. I guess that means that there are limited numbers of it because it doesn't sound like there's a lot of special features on it.
Right.
So,
Gator Blade Films, huh?
So let's see. Franklin is a tormented man who seeks asylum in the arms of Mother Earth. His serenity is shattered by 2 masked maniacs that violently subdue and abduct him. Awakening in captivity, he realizes his bizarre nightmarish journey has just begun. Oh, so this might be torture porn. Jake's favorite genre. If you ever want to send us movies, send Jake as much torture porn as possible. He loves this. He loves it.
No. No. Anyway, our last one is actually one that I'm a little disappointed that I got this on DVD. But this is one that when Dane put this up, I was like, are you serious? Really? I just watched that. I love that. This is actually one I might put forward eventually because I really... Next week, I will be presenting a political a satire.
Yep.
I love me some political satires, and this is a good political satire. It's from Armando Iannucci, the director of In the Loop, and it's got a pretty phenomenal cast. And the basic premise you can guess from the title is this called The Death of Stalin, a comedy of terrors. But it's got a pretty phenomenal... It's also... The guy's also behind the show Veep, which I really need to see Veep. I've heard great things about it. But you've got just this incredible cast. I'm trying to see where I can actually read it, because this print is so small. Steve Buscemi, Simon Russell Beale, Patty Considine, Rupert Friend, Jason Isaacs, Olga Krylenko, Michael Palin, Andrea Riseborough, Dermot Crowley, Paul Whitehouse, Jeffrey Tambor, etc., etc. But basically, what this is, it starts off freaking brilliant and then kind of unravels a bit. I would have loved it more if it was as strong all the way through. But basically, what happens is Stalin dies, and all the people around him don't know what to do. Basically, the whole scene where he dies, and they're all hamstrung because of bureaucracy. They don't know what they are allowed to do. That scene is hilarious. But then it turns into a mad power struggle where they're all trying to come out on top, and it's good. It's good stuff. It's good fun, and I'm very glad I was able to pick that up. And again, thanks for Dane. I do appreciate that. I look forward to us one day discussing that.
So, of course, as we go further into these, I do get some that I have been older. Mm-hmm. So one that I ordered a long time ago is a classic film by Disney called Heavyweights. It's a fun film. And, it's about these kids going to this fat camp, and, they take on the camp across the lake. They beat it. It's just a feel-good movie, very fun. It's one that I like a lot, and I'm glad to have it in the collection. This one and Meatballs, I like them both, and they're both in similar veins.
So show that cover again. So clearly, this is a nice family film about cannibalism.
Exactly. Especially all of the eating scenes. You get to see the gore involved. But still, it's a good classic film, good family film. For kids.
Indeed.
Actually, seriously though, for kids this time. And it does look like a lot of fun. I enjoyed it when I was smaller, so I'm going to enjoy it again, I know.
Good deal.
All right, well, that's been it. I hope you've all liked this. We may or may not be doing this in the future. We'll be doing basically, I guess, as per convenience. But actually, I think things flow, other than a little bit of a mix-up, things actually flew pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
When we did this.
And these are going to go even quicker because I'm running out of stuff to present finally.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why we're lowering the numbers.
Right.
I'm not collecting as quickly as in the past, so we'll see how that goes as we run loose. I still have plenty of backlog, but I wasn't trying to just shuffle through them. So with that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.